Sadhguru Sharanam. Today I am going to teach you the usage of relative pronouns. Do you know why I chose the traditional Kerala sari to teach relative pronouns? Any guess? There's a reason. Because this sari is like a relative pronoun. It's difficult even for the native speakers. Yes, believe me, it's really a tough task to wear this sari properly and to carry it in an elegant way. Believe me, it's really difficult even for Keralites to wear this sari properly. Yeah, just like a relative pronoun. But practice makes you perfect. Let's dive into the topic. Hello friends, this is Ashalila Srijit. Welcome to English Guru's brand new episode. If you really want to speak English fluently, you have to master this. No doubt. I'll give you examples and then you will understand it very easily. I'm Ashalida. I live in Kerala. These are the two sentences. Okay, I want to introduce my native place to you by joining these two sentences. This is Kerala, where I live. Here the word where, it replaced the noun Kerala. That's why it's called a pronoun. And one more reason is there, because it relates the second sentence to the first sentence. It's called a relative pronoun. This is Kerala is the subject and I live there is an additional information. So this additional information is attached to the main sentence using this pronoun, where. And why I chose where? Because it's a place. Kerala is a place. So you have to use where. Look at this marvelous structure. This is the famous Sri Padmanabha Swami temple in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. It is the richest religious site in the world. Yes. So I am going to join these two facts into a single sentence. Okay. So this is a building. Consider this as a building. Sri Padmanabha Swami temple as a building. Then you can use the relative pronoun which. Okay. So this is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple, which is the richest religious site in the world. When we refer to buildings, things, we can use which. When you refer to a place, you have to use where. That's all. You know, the kings of Travancore, the Rajas of Travancore, had hidden a lot of treasures in this temple's walls. So this is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple. The Rajas of Travancore had hidden treasures in its walls. So I am going to combine these two sentences. This is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple whose walls are full of treasures. You know why I used whose here? Whose is a particular relative pronoun which is used to refer to ownership. Let's look at these two sentences. The second sentence gives us some information about the temple's walls. So we are speaking about the vault, not the temple. But that vault is owned by that temple. So when something is owned by the subject, we have to use whose to refer to that. So this is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple whose walls are full of treasures. Now look at this sentence. This is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple. Thousands of people visit every year. So here I am going to consider Sri Padmanabha Swami temple as a place of pilgrimage. Can you guess which relative pronoun will be suitable here? Yes. So this is Sri Padmanabha Swami temple where thousands of people visit every year. Got the point? Now, do you remember this picture? Yes. In one of our last videos, I used this to teach you how to describe a picture. This is the famous painting of the Maharashtrian lady. Do you have any idea who is the famous painter? Yes. Your guess is right. Great Raja Ravi Varma of the Travancore royal family. So I am going to combine all these facts into a single sentence. It's Raja Ravi Varma who drew this beautiful portrait of the Maharashtrian lady. Why I used who? because I refer to a person, Raja Ravivarma. So when you refer to a person, you have to use who. That's all. And by the way, you can use that instead of who and which. In spoken English, you can use that replacing who and which. But formally speaking, you have to use who and which in its relative places. Okay. Now I'll show you a beautiful bag. Look at this small bag. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. I purchased this bag from Lulu Mall, Trivandrum, Asia's largest Lulu Mall. Yeah. This is the bag which I purchased from Lulu Mall, Trivandrum. Or I can say this is the bag that I purchased from Lulu Mall, Trivandrum. Now look at this book. This is Ivory Throne, written by Manu S. Pillai, Chronicles of the House of Travancore. It's a retelling of the saga of the Travancore royal family. It's an extensively researched book without the boredom of a historical work. Okay, so I'm going to use this relative pronoun to describe this book. It's Manu S. Pillai, a Malayali, who has written The Ivory Throne. I used who there because I refer to Manu, that's a person. Okay, now I want to highlight this book instead of the author. So I would say like this. The Ivory Throne is one of the best-selling books of our time, which is written by Mr. Manu S. Pillai. I used which because here the importance or the subject is the book. When the subject is a thing, you can use which, and when the subject is a person, you have to use who. And you can use that to replace both of these relative pronouns. And I'll also use whose to refer to this book. So I don't remember the title. The title I forgot. How would I say that? This is the famous book of Manu S. Pillai, whose title I have forgotten. Okay, whose title? Because I am referring to the book's title. The title is owned by this book. So in that case, you have to use the possessive pronoun whose. Means possess. It shows possession. And again, coming back to our Sri Padmanabha Swami temple, the walls were opened in 2011. Now I am going to refer to the time. When you refer to the time, you have to use the relative pronoun when. It was 2011 when the walls of Sri Padmanabha Swami temple were opened. It was a Sunday when I visited my parents. In Kerala, we celebrate Onam either in August or September because the Malayalam month comes sometimes in August or sometimes in September. So last year's Onam, we celebrated in September. It was September when we celebrated Onam last year. So when you refer to a time period, you have to use when. That's all. I spent my childhood in Kochi. Look at Kochi. So this is Kochi, where I spent my childhood. Where means a place. Now look here. Can you identify this marvelous piece of art? Yeah, it's Shantigiri Ashram. You can see the framed picture of Lotus Parnashala in all of my videos. Okay. So I was an inmate of Shantigiri Ashram for a very, very long period. Shantigiri Ashram was founded by my guru Navajyoti Sri Karunagara Guru in 1964. This is Shantigiri Ashram, the world-renowned spiritual center, which was founded by Navajyoti Sri Karunagara Guru in 1964. Shantigiri Ashram does not belong to a particular religion. It's an ashram that promotes spiritual values and secular ideas like universal love, world peace, and religious harmony. Now let's move on to the next pronoun that's a bit difficult. Just imagine, I met John's family. Okay. My parents, they had invited them for dinner. That's the situation. I'm telling my parents that I met John's family. So combining these two things into a single sentence, I would say like this. I met John's family whom you had invited. So here, we used whom because John's family was invited by my parents. So they received an action. They were invited. So they are objects of this action inviting. That's why we use whom to refer to the object of an action. Okay. So I met John's family whom you had invited. You offered a job to somebody and I met her. Okay. So I am informing this thing to you. I met Rimi whom you had offered a job. So she is the object of that action offer. So I have to use whom when I mention her. So the last pronoun in today's list is why. Why is used to give the reason for some action. Okay. Yesterday I was sick, so I went late to my office. I was sick, that's why I came late. The reason why I came late is that I was sick. Your friend is working hard and you are asking him, why you are working so hard? So she's replying that she wants to save money after retirement. The reason why my friend is working hard is that she wants to save money. Now the shop is closed and you don't know the reason, and you are asking somebody, do you know the reason why this shop is closed? If you want to mention the reason, you have to use why. That's all. So with this, we come to the end of this video. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you like this video, don't forget to give a like, share, and please do comment. Sadhguru Sharanam.